Hello, everyone. Let's take care of this for a minute. Hello, everyone. There we go. How's everyone doing? We are out working again. It's not a big storm, but we're out doing salting. We got more snow coming later today. But I'm glad you could join us. Don't forget to hit that like button. And yeah, we're gonna, I've already started. Let's see here. Looks like it's a good signal. Don't know. Let's see here. Looks like it's a good signal. Don't know. So yeah, I've already started, and we're just going to continue on. Right now we're going to be heading to Huntley, and the roads aren't too bad now. We had an ice rain, and then it switched over to snow, and in between that the roads were real icy. The municipal plows have been out now, so they're taking care of that, which is good, you know, because it's easier now to get from one place. You know, when I first started a little while ago, so yeah, that's what we're doing today. If you want to chat in the chat, go ahead and drop me a line, and I'll be happy to you know, chat with you guys. And then I also have today, we're doing trying something new where we can put the chat on the screen. So we'll be doing that too, if it's a message interesting enough, right? Okay. Here we go. Yeah, this storm really skipped by us up here in the northern suburbs again. Last week we had one. The southern suburbs of Chicago got slammed. And now it's the same thing with this storm. We're going to get 1 to 3 inches up here. It's supposed to start around noon and go from noon to, you know, in the late afternoon, evening. As far as the next part of the storm, you know, this was the first part of the storm, but I mean, normally up in the north here, north of Chicago is where we get more snow, but lately these storm systems, the main storm has been hitting south of Chicago, and we just get nothing. We get cold, but we're not getting like the moisture, so it's kind of disappointing, but what are you gonna do? So, but it's really nice being out right now without, it might be more frustrating later if I have to go out, but there is a very thick layer of ice on all the lots, so I'm having to lay down a little bit more salt than maybe I usually do. But it's hovering around freezing, and it's supposed to drop actually today, or by tonight, by Thursday night, we're supposed to be around 15 degrees. So there's another municipal plow going by. Change my angle on that camera, so be maybe a little more interesting. You can see when people are tailgating me now, and then if I light them up, let's see. Oh yeah. You didn't see that, but I just saw it on the camera, the reverse lights. Let's see. I don't know. Will you get a Boss V box? When I can afford it, I guess. I mean, prices right now. I think I mentioned in a previous episode of the live show, because I do get asked that question a lot. It's on the wanted list, but I've dumped a lot of money into this new truck, getting this new truck going this year. So I don't really have the money right now to, put into that. And hopefully I will next year. But you don't know. I think it's almost as much as I paid for my plow. I actually have not looked at the prices this year, so I know a lot of stuff. Like, I was looking at the tailgate spreaders prices this year, and I know those went up from what they previously were. So I really couldn't. I'm not going to say on the show, but because I don't know really. I have to, it's been a couple years since I actually checked on the prices of them. And I'm not against buying a used one either, if the right situation, if it's in good shape. And I actually last year was talking to a guy. I don't remember. He was somewhere out east, probably like Connecticut or something. And he was selling, I saw him selling it on, I think it was on Instagram or something. He was selling a V-Box. And I think he was asking, man, I want to say $6,000 or something, $5,000-6,000. It was a good deal. And, I just didn't have the money at the time. So, no. I'm making this work for now. Tailgate, Wondering. That's not working. We'll just turn that off. Turn that one off. I never really looked into the Salt Dog spreaders, even to see the price. I actually don't know much about them, but obviously I like Boss, and I kind of have seen how theirs are made, and was interested. I know there is a lot of other brands. Salt Dog's big. Snow X makes a lot. Actually, the Snow X stuff, I'm pretty familiar with too. I've gotten to see it up close, and those look pretty solid too. I really like some of the Snow X. They even have the Snow X, some of the bigger spreaders, and they got the brine tanks and the spreader all in one. I like that idea because it's a two-for deal. You get 2 in 1, and that's one of the reasons why. I'm not, a lot of guys invest all this money to go for the brine, and customers don't necessarily care, and salt is cheaper than the brine, at least right now. Maybe prices will come down, but the liquid de-icer, a lot of guys are, and then the companies are hyping it up, you can do this, it's all new equipment to sell. But I'm not going to invest in that equipment because my customers don't care. All my customers care about, they don't care that I'm using a liquid de-icer or salt. They just want to know that there's not going to be any icy conditions on their lot. So it doesn't make sense for me at this point to invest in all that. What would be the point? So, but that's why I like the SnowX system is intriguing to me. Some of those that they have, because it's like you can get your feet wet in the brine business, and in the liquid business. But if it isn't working out or it's too expensive, you still got a salter and you can use that. It's kind of a way to ease into it. So I think those are very smart systems. Now they're also very expensive too. So. Chat window, that's nice. Are you open to sponsorship from a company? Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I'd have to be like into the products, I would never be part of something that I didn't believe in, if somebody was just sponsoring, and I kind of have had some experiences. Most companies these days, I don't know, they don't necessarily sponsor you in that way, but it's like a contractor basis, so like I've done some stuff for Boss, right? Boss Snowplow, where I made some videos for them that they paid me to make, okay? So that's kind of, but I'm not like, exclusive to them, or like, I can show, I can talk about anything. Like there's no official thing. It's just like they came to me and said, hey, would you like to, do a couple videos? And okay, that's good, and they compensated me. Actually, I basically worked out a deal with them. It was, half of it was cash. Well, not cash, but half of it was money. The other half was plow parts. So, I just kind of said to him, hey, one of the biggest things is, getting some parts and stuff. And, so that worked out nice. And they've, I did the video about the back drag edge. And that was, they sent that to me for free, so that's kind of like a, hey, we'll give you this for free. And then I tested it out, really loved it. Because whenever I test this stuff out that people send me, and I've had other companies too send me stuff, I make it known, like, I'll give you an honest review of it, but if I'm not, if I don't like it, I'm not going to lie on camera and say, oh, this is great, So fortunately, they sent me that. I hooked it on the plow. Oh, this thing's really cool. And yeah, I was sold on that. So we'll see how long it lasts me. But I definitely, when it wears out, I'm definitely, and if I get other plows, they're always going to have that back drag edge on them. It's still snowing a little bit here. This is an easy one. Actually, the nice thing about this storm is that I'm salting now, and I don't know how much is actually going to come down during the day today. But even if we don't get to put the blade down, we'll be salting again in less than 24 hours. So it's more green cabbage, you know. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us out, you know, in the algorithm. Yeah, there's a lot of police out. That's like the 4th or 5th I've seen. Are you currently trying to grow your company, or are you satisfied with what you got now? Every season I reassess. So as far as like this season goes, I'm good. One of the things that we did grow this season in a sense is I got a second truck. You know, so my plan before was always I had one truck and then I had a backup guy. And now my plan is 2 trucks and a backup guy. You know, Sean, some of you may have seen him. He's in the chat sometimes, but he's my backup guy. And we have been talking now, me and Matt, about some future things. So what may happen in the future is we may get Matt set up with a truck, you know, so we have 2 trucks going solid. Sean's still our backup as long as he can be, and so that may happen. Matt's trying to get a vehicle now, a truck, and then I'm toying with the idea of maybe just me setting up a truck for Matt to go with. But the main thing I told him is if he gets his own truck and gets his own setup going and I don't have to worry about it and insurance and all that, he's going to make more money than if he's driving my truck, you know, because I'm not going to be able to pay him as much because now I've got another asset to pay for, you know, insurance and, you know, whatever crap he beats up on it, you know. So, yeah, I'm willing to get him in a truck either way, but I do actually would prefer him to kind of get his own setup going. I've offered to him, I have the backup plow. It's a 9.2 Boss Poly V, and so he has that at his house. That's my backup. And he, you know, basically, I told him, if you get a truck and get, you know, just all he has to do is pay for putting a mount on it and he can use that plow. So, you know, we'll see what happens with all that. But yeah, I mean, there's always should be a little growth, but my business will never be huge. Like, it will never be what some of these guys are chasing. You know, they're chasing that just the big business where they have, you know, I mean, some guys, they grow and they've got like 10 trucks on the road, you know, and a bunch of employees, and I don't need that, man. I'm having fun out here. I don't want to be sitting in an office managing guys, and when you get too big, that's, you end up, if you want it to be successful, you have to be,
your head in the books all the time, and you're running around managing people, and I want to be doing the work because that's what I enjoy. So, I've grown every year, in certain ways, and I think I'll continue to grow, but just in my own way, not maybe how some people think of growth. Because it's important to me that I like what I'm doing, and I love this job, and I know that if I got too big, I wouldn't love it. I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube if I grew bigger, because I would not have the time for that. It's already changed so much, since the first year we started filming till now. So that's 9 years ago we started filming the show, and it's a lot harder to film the show now, and it's just because we're busier. Back in those days, my workload wasn't that much, so I had a lot of time to set up cameras and do interviews, and I'd play around with all that. But when you're the way it is now, the amount of workload we have, we're just constantly going. Like the route is usually about 12 hours, and I don't have much time in that 12 hours. So we'll stop and eat maybe. We usually try and do that once, but there's really we're always going, so there's really no time between everything. I mean, that's one of the things I do like about when I'm out salting, and I can turn on the stream and do the YouTube stuff easier when we're out salting, because the workload isn't as heavy. It's not as long of a, it's usually about 2.5 hours to do all the salting, and it's just, driving, it's easier. There's not as much hassle, not as much really stuff you're gonna end up breaking. There we go. Let's clean that windshield, huh? Oh man, nobody hit the white button. Ouch. It's rough. Nice. Nobody. Whoa. Acting strange tonight. That's quite a delay. Not gonna lie. Oh wow. Sorry. I'll get to the questions in a second. Okay, let's see. What are you asking? You keep your accounts within 10-mile range. Do you travel? Yeah, I am usually not more than 10 miles, so I stay within our county here. But yeah, it's all within 10 miles, definitely. I don't, Tori used to do stuff like he'd drive like 40 minutes to one job. He was taking stuff all over the place. And he was working for a guy now, but that it was a real estate company. And so he would go all over, basically all over the city of Chicago and then in the suburbs. So he'd drive sometimes it could be an hour to, from one job to the next, distance-wise. And he tried to map them out, whatever, and do them in an order that made sense. But I don't know how you can make any money like that. I mean, I keep it, yeah, and because obviously you do too. You keep it to a smaller area. You just, there you go. Go, 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 go! Go fast enough for them. That's what you get here in Chicago. Well, I mean, we're in the suburbs, but it's the same mentality. I should have lit them up with my, I like to tailgate. I'm going a little slower. I'm going about 5 under. I'm going 50. This is 55, but the roads are a little sketchy still. I don't know. I'm trying to be safe, but it's never fast enough for some people. So, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, gas prices definitely factor into it, and just your time. I think about that. Just your time has to be, your time is money, as they say. So if you have 2 jobs and they're a half an hour apart, from one to the next, you lost a half an hour of plowing time. Think about how many jobs you could have done. We're able to do sometimes 3 jobs in a half an hour, right? If they're say they're close together. So now you've lost, that time that you could have been working. You're not getting any money burning that gas and that time to get to that other job that's far away. So yeah, I agree. But I've heard of guys doing, crazy things where they're driving really far. They don't like to say no. And, when I first started, I didn't like to say no either. But now I've learned, and sometimes I didn't say no, and it cost me a lot of money. It cost me more money than if I didn't get the job. So I have no problem saying no, and now I have no problem finding jobs. I get new ones every year. I lose some jobs every year. There's a turnover, but I usually end up with more coming in than going out. I think showing no likes tonight. Oh, no data. It says no data. What's going on? I have no idea about this technology stuff. Now it's got data. It says excellent connection. It's got to be YouTube tonight. It's got to be the tubes. Okay, here we go. All right. Hey, thanks. I don't really know your real name, so let's go with that. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we'll be on later today during the day, pretty sure. So try and check it out. Tune in then. I know people don't always get the notifications from YouTube, so you just got to check it out. But hit the like button before you leave. Maybe that'll help. Let's see here. Let's switch this out. Thanks for the like. Let's go to rear cam. than usual.
Okay.
comes the meat wagon. There's people on his tail. Wow. Guy was really tailgating that ambulance. Man. There's a snow X spreader. Yowza! Whoa, that was a bad pothole. Didn't screw anything up on the truck. Good Lord.
if we get in or not under the canopy. Hope so. I would hope so. Oh, good. I can throw the trash. Trash out. Ooh, it's getting cold out. To do. Any questions? Go ahead. Just keep me awake. Sleep. Gas, it's 75. All right. Let's see. What do we do?
this one up on 14. Changed my mind. Okay. Get her done. On these, this is what I like to see. Makes it a lot easier. Easier. So that's no big deal. This is easier. Just thing. I remember the order I did them in and what time I did it, so I'll generally be around the right time. Thomas South. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it.
watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. And obviously subscribe if you haven't already done that. Most of you are subscribers if you're still watching it at this point. But yeah, we'll be back out working in, I'd say by noon or something. I'll probably be back in the truck. So I don't know, that's what, about 8 hours from now. It's a multi-faceted, multi-line system where there's the first half of it, and then there's a break in it, and then another one's coming behind it. So hopefully we get to put the blade down with that one. This one was just salting, but the next portion of this storm, and if it comes before like all the businesses close, so if it starts around noon like they're saying, then we have to like keep doing the rounds at all the businesses, whether it's salting or scraping the lots. So that may happen too. It just all depends on the timing of it. I'm pretty confident in it that we'll at least be able to make some money from salting in the back end of the storm, but we'll see. It'd be nice if we could do the whole route, because all of a sudden, well, it's not been a good year for snow here in our area, at least. And up here in the northern suburbs of Chicago, we keep getting gypped out of the storms. They're either going just north of us or just south of us, which this one, south of us, they're getting like, 10 inches of snow. I'm hearing some things that could be even in certain spots more than 10 inches. So, that's good for them down there, but it's annoying for us up here because send a little bit our way, But at least we're out salting right now, which is nice. So, and should be able to do that later. Thank you for the likes, appreciate it. So yeah, but that's it for now. We will see you all on the next broadcast. Catch you on the flip side.